Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for June 2021. We are just going to jump right in here, Cancer, and we are going to see what is going on for you this month of June. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what is going on for you. And Cancer, this is a good looking reading so far. So I definitely like where this is going for sure. There might be like a little bit of, my one, I think the only challenge really that you will be experiencing this month so far is the fact that things might not be happening fast enough. You have some restless energy showing up here at the end. And you have the Three of Wands here as well, which is like waiting for something to happen. So there is an easy solution to that, which we'll talk about at the end. But you have the Power card here. So for a lot of you, I feel like you could be gaining a lot of, power in your life with the Power card. And it's probably because you're realizing that if someone can accomplish something, it's like, why not you? Really, that's what I'm getting here is like, why not you, Cancer? Especially with the Star card, which we'll talk about in a second. But I feel for a lot of you, you're kind of like accomplishing or have the opportunity to accomplish a lot. You do have this Pleasure card here as well. Kind of like a theme that I'm noticing in the month of June is that I do feel like people are going to need to take some time. Like if you're going on vacation, great. Or if you need to take some time for yourself, or if you need to do something nice for yourself, I would definitely do that. It just seems to me that there's kind of like a collective energy where the universe is saying that a lot of your answers are going to come from those times when you're not in your head. And a great way to not be in your head is number one, meditate, but number two, do something you enjoy. Maybe you like going out in nature, maybe you like going fishing, maybe you like doing, I don't know, something, right? Doesn't matter what your hobby is, but we pretty much everybody has one of those things where you just kind of leave your brain, right? And I feel that's this is saying that you will gain a lot of power by doing whatever activity it is that gets you out of your head. So I would make sure to do that this month for sure. You have the Star, the Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Swords here. Good, but not great is what I would say because of that Eight of Swords. The Star card, very good card of wishes, hopes, dreams, faith, needing to have faith as well. But it's kind of like a card that says if one person can do something, then you can do it. She is pouring water normally on the Star card. She's normally pouring water into her pool, but she's also pouring water onto the land. The water that she's pouring onto the land says if something is possible for one person, it's possible for you. So it kind of can represent the fact that maybe you have some sort of goal, wish, or dream you want to accomplish, but it's like you're feeling a little stuck. Eight of Swords here. Good, like I said, good, not great, right? With that Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords can easily be overcome. And look right here, Eight of Swords, self-imposed restriction, being in prison. Your next card here, Seven of Swords. This guy here, Seven of Wands. This guy here is breaking out of prison. So in a lot of ways, I feel like this is saying you are going to be breaking free from this prison. But it's like you're seeing that something in your life is possible because someone has done it. You have the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Swords again. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, good things coming in for you after a difficult period of time. And the Eight of Swords, self-imposed restriction, feeling a little stuck, right? So it's kind of like you see something, I feel, as your happily ever after here, Cancer, but just you're a little bit stuck as to how to accomplish this. Still good though, because it's there are reasons to have faith, is what that Star card is saying. But let's see where this is going. I almost feel like whenever you're watching this reading, it's this is where you're at right now. Normally, my current row is right here, middle, but I feel that most of you are kind of in this area right here. Ace of Swords, you will be victorious on whatever this goal, wish, or dream you have is, whatever it is you are desiring. Justice card, really, as far as an answer is concerned, but you have the Justice card over here as well. Justice just asks us to take the first step, because the way to think of justice is it represents cause and effect. It says, if I put energy on one side of the scale, what do I get back? Does the scale tilt in my favor? And that's, so really justice, there really is no good answer other than to just get started on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And you have the Knight of Cups here as well. Too many like emotional worries. I like that moon card as well. Want to pop off the bottom there. So I do feel like this is emotional worries, emotional fears. It's like he is dreaming. He is looking into that cup. He is seeing something that he desires to have in his life. He sees his happily ever after. It's gonna be different for all of you, Cancer. Your happily ever after is might be love, might be having your own house. It could be just living your own life the way that you want to. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. He sees it. He's looking into that cup. He is imagining it, but he's also fearing things because he's afraid. He's not making any movement. He's not crossing that river that's in front of him. The Eight of Swords represents self-imposed restriction, and it also, normally on a traditional Eight of Swords, the lady is standing in a very shallow pool of water. It represents kind of like shallow emotions, like worrying about things you don't need to worry about. So I would like let the fears go here. I feel like there's a victory coming in for you. You're happily ever after. You can have it, but you're going to have to kind of like cross this river. Let's see how to do that. Next, you have the Soulmate card here. You also have the Lovers over here, so there definitely could be a solid soulmate coming in for you at this time, Cancer. Someone who kind of like has the key to your heart. You have the Justice card, the World, and the Seven of Wands here. I feel like saying someone wants a commitment here. The world can represent long-distance relationships, but I just feel the world to me is a card of dating. So I feel if you are out in the dating world, if you're like meeting new people and all that other good stuff, then you definitely will obviously have a better chance of meeting a person. So again, if you want love, I would get out there. I would meet new people with that World card. For others, I do feel there's like an accomplishment coming in for you. The Seven of Wands is knowing that you know. It's kind of like one of those things when when there is no other way than whatever it is that you want. When you kind of make it, when like do or die, then that's when you're going to be successful, right? I think of people, even if on YouTube, there's a guy, Mr. Beast, right? He's becoming like a massive YouTuber, and his story is that basically he wasn't going to go to college, or I don't know if he went to college or whatever, but his thought process was, I'm going to make YouTube work, plain and simple. There is no other way. And when you kind of like develop that mindset, then when there is no other way, then whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish is the only way. And that's kind of what the Seven of Wands represents, because the Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of like knowing that you know that you're going to be successful. I feel like the World is the accomplishment. The Justice card is really those first steps. I feel like whatever you're trying to accomplish, it's kind of like saying that you really need to kind of like take those first steps to be successful here on something. I almost get this energy, here's what I'm going to say, Cancer, is that in this row right here, I almost get this energy of kind of like paying your dues, right? And, it's like I truly, I've said this a million times, I believe that no matter what it is that we want to accomplish, it's like there's kind of like a price we have to pay to the universe to accomplish it, right? And that doesn't mean it's gonna be hard, that doesn't mean it's gonna be difficult, but I do get this energy of like kind of like needing to pay your dues in this row here, in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. It's like if you want to have love or true love, maybe you need to date 10 more people, right? But that's like what's been set up by the universe. And so I feel for a lot of you, that's what's going on here. It's like, I always get comments from people who are like, I'm giving up on love because of this one person hurt me. I'm like, oh, great, that person now controls your life because you're allowing them to determine your future. So congratulations, number one. Number two, it's like, like if you mean to tell me that if the universe came to you, if the universe was a person, and said, you have to date 10 more people, but you're going to find someone that's like, better than any relationship anybody on earth has, right? Then you wouldn't do it. I think most people would do it. Most people would suffer through 10 relationships to have something truly wonderful, or something that is like really amazing. I think too many people give up before they get their reward, basically. And I really do feel that this reading is kind of like saying that one of your blind spots that you could be experiencing is that it's like you're not suffering, even though it might feel like it. I feel like it's like you're kind of paying your dues here, Cancer. And I feel like if you can like adopt that mindset, you're going to be very successful at this time. So let's look into this here, Cancer. And see, you have the Seven of Wands. Again, it's like literally just saying when you know that you're going to be successful, you will be. You have the Knight of Wands going on an adventure. Knight of Wands twice here. And the High Priestess. Some of you could have a Pisces coming in for sure. Knight of Cups, High Priestess. It could be someone from a distance as well. So if you're looking for love, definitely could be a Pisces from a distance. Could be a fire sign from a distance. This is just a general reading. Could be any sign from a distance. In a lot of ways, the High Priestess is a card of no action as well. This whole entire reading is really encouraging you to take action. It's encouraging you to do something. At the same time, I feel that with that Fire Ant card, which we're going to talk about in a minute, it's kind of like saying that you are going to take action. The Fire Ant card, it's like having ants in your pants here, Cancer. It's like you cannot not move, right? You cannot not get moving on something with that energy. But I do get like a very adventurous energy here, is what I would say to you. Again, you have this Fire Ant card. This is like a, in this deck here, this is an energy of kind of like things coming to a head, things boiling over. And you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands to me can kind of represent a little bit of restlessness, a little bit of, like wanting to get things moving forward in your life, feeling like things aren't moving forward fast enough, wanting things to be better, like all those things, right? And so I do get that feeling for you. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, I get this kind of like a little bit of a restless energy in this last row. It's like you're not seeing progress as quickly as you'd like. Although, actually, I feel like you are seeing progress, but what I would say is, like, you just want things to move forward faster. Who doesn't? But that's kind of like what I'm getting there. You have the Knight of Wands, the Lovers, and the Three of Wands here. This is basically saying love is going to be an adventure for some of you. So for some of you, it could be a person from a distance. For others, it could just be one of those things where it's like you're having to date another person. And that's what I mean by an adventure. It's like you're having to do like another thing. You're having to go through another relationship, but I do feel it will be worth it. Three of Wands is like waiting for your ships to come in. But, to me, Three of Wands can also say you could be waiting for the perfect moment when there never is going to be a perfect moment. Lovers can be a crossroads. This can represent having a choice to make here, Cancer. And you have the Knight of Wands as well, which is like getting started on an adventure. So for a lot of you, this is kind of like saying, get moving towards something new here, Cancer. Whatever it is that you are fearing. It's kind of a weird reading because like in a lot of ways, it's like you, again, like this Knight of Cups, I feel like it's you. I feel like you're feeling a little trapped currently, looking into that cup, like dreaming of better days, dreaming of happily ever after. But I feel like you are almost being kind of pushed to take action here. So it's kind of out of your control. I feel like the universe, well, I wouldn't really say it's out of your control, but I feel like the universe is strongly encouraging you to get started on something new here. Let's see what this is. You have the Hierophant. For some of you, it could be you on the path to marriage if you're looking for love. For others, the Hierophant really says you have graduated. It is a card of education, but it doesn't have to be literal. It could just say you have graduated from learning some sort of lesson from the universe, and it's like now you're ready for like the next thing. Now you're ready to move on to the next level. You have the King of Wands. Definitely could be a fire sign coming in for you. Again, if it's not a fire sign, I would just say that there's a lot of desire in the relationship, probably deeper. This is like a deeper desire than you've ever felt before, is literally the words that are popping into my head. It's like maybe you've always been with people and you've always desired people or the person you're with, but I feel like this is someone who makes your mouth water here, Cancer, right? You know what I'm talking about? So that's what I feel here. It's like something much sexier. If it's not love, it doesn't matter. If you might not be interested in love. You might be interested in starting a business. Again, I feel like this is something that makes you, snap out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning because you're so excited to get moving. So I get like more of that, like the type of desire I get here is just very like enthusiastic energy, very driven and motivated energy as well. I feel like you're going to feel very driven and motivated, especially I'm getting the 13 or 13th is popping into my head here, Cancer. I don't, take that with a grain of salt. To me, psychic timing is BS. To me, the universe doesn't wear a watch. Things happen when they're supposed to happen, but 13 or 13th is popping into my head here as being important for whatever reason. And I just feel like there's a lot of motivation coming in for you here, so I like it. And you have the Ace of Pentacles, path to marriage. If you're looking for love, whoever's coming in for you here, whoever makes your mouth water, Cancer, this is like true love. This is a very strong connection. If you're not looking for love, then whatever it is that you're creating is going to lead to major success with the Ace of Pentacles. Not only that, Ace of Pentacles is your happily ever after. This represents getting to the garden, going through this portal here on the Ace of Pentacles. It kind of represents the Garden of Eden in the Bible. So it kind of says that you're getting to a place, you're getting to your happily ever after here, Cancer. Love it. This is a very good reading. I definitely like where this is going for sure. My only criticism, like I said, is that restless energy and feeling a little bit stuck. I feel like your best answer is the Justice card. The Justice card says if you do something and it works, keep doing it. That's a very simplified version of the Justice card, but that's really what it represents. So, if you're working on a project, starting a business, starting a relationship, if it's working, keep doing it. The other thing is I would definitely not sell yourself short this month. Star, Ace of Swords, the World, Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 2 aces in this first diagonal here, and this is you like accomplishing a goal, wish, or dream that you've had for a very long period of time. But I got that feeling on the Star card that I feel like the Star is really saying to you that if someone has done it, then you can do it. So don't sell yourself short. It's like you might have this crazy goal that you feel like is crazy, but again, if there are people who have accomplished it, then it's possible for you. I feel like you need to realize that with this energy. So I definitely like this as well. I'm also getting like this message of like breaking things down. Like I feel like this is specifically for those of you working on a project. I feel like you could be overcomplicating things. I'm getting a lot of fluff. I feel like simplifying things down would be a much better process or something that's popping into my head. So, there you go. That's just a random message that's popping into my head here, Cancer. But this is an amazing reading. I like it. Definitely victory coming in for you. I'm trying to see. I do feel some of you could be having like a legal victory as well. So I do like to see that. And, if you've been going through something legal or a legal challenge, there could be justice I'm getting. But love it here, Cancer. So thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Cancer, and definitely enjoy your month.